I've heard it said before that if you asked a random person off the street to draw an electric guitar, it would probably look like the Fender Stratocaster. Easily the most iconic of body shapes and electric guitar designs, there have been thousands of variations of the Strat through its 6 decades of existence. And I have a love-hate relationship with mine. This is Gear Profile. Hello, my name is Marc Gallagher and welcome to Gear Profile, where I take a look at a piece of gear that I have and love, I tell its story, why it speaks to me, and of course, give it a little play. Today we're looking at my Fender American Special Stratocaster, and it's one that I have a love-hate relationship with. I love its sound and feel, but I'm not too keen on the looks. I think my first ever electric guitars were S-types, including a Squier Bullet Strat that I modded as a teen before later parting with. I largely settled on a Fender branded Strat equipped with Seymour Duncan pickups. The guitar was allegedly made in Mexico and it served my Strat needs for about a decade until I made a return to a guitar fair. As a teenager, I used to go to the Mojo Guitar Fair in Crewe every autumn, where I would admire and occasionally buy guitars and assorted tat. I hadn't been able to visit since I moved to Manchester, but with me having moved back to Crewe last year, I paid a visit. One stall, Tavernus Guitars, based in Atherstone, had a couple of really nice USA Strats, including a wine red one with custom shop Fat 50s pickups. I really enjoyed playing that one, and I was considering retrieving my Strat from home to do a trade of sorts, but I ran out of time with the show ending. But my mission was set. I needed to get a USA-made Strat. In negotiations and a visit from one marketplace seller, I noticed that my guitar wasn't a Mexican Strat, but in fact a fake that used a Squier body and a sticker on the headstock. This only fueled my needs to replace my guitar with a genuine Fender one, and thus the search was on. Last summer there was one seller of this American Special Strat at a large farmhouse near Huddersfield. He had this guitar and a Gibson Les Paul Standard as his guitars to learn on, but he never picked up the hobby. I can only wish that I was wealthy enough to learn on such valuable instruments. I AB'd it with my knockoff Strat, and despite a slightly lower output, I was swayed by the Fender brand name and the cheeky price tag of £600 for a USA-made Fender Strat. The guitar lives as my downstairs guitar, mainly patched into a Blackstar 5-watt amp where I noodle while waiting for dinner to cook or for the kettle to boil. It sounds and feels fantastic, but I feel like it looks a little ordinary. This is a 2012 American Special Stratocaster. The American Special range was designed as an entry-level USA instrument and is now succeeded by the American Performer line. It's finished in a 2-tone sunburst with a maple fingerboard, and the pickups come stock with custom shop Texas specials. The tone knobs have the Greasebucket tone circuit, which cuts the highs while also cutting lows as well, which gives you a bit more usable tones as you roll the tone knob back. The only mod that I made was the wiring of the second tone knob. In traditional Strats, you've got the neck pickup, which is for the first tone knob, and then the second one goes to the middle. When I got this Strat stock, this was wired to only the bridge pickup and not the middle, so I had it wired to basically just cover both bases so that I had that extra control. Back to the appearance. The biggest negative factor with this guitar for me is that I find the sunburst finish rather ordinary. I like to stand out a little bit, and there's a part of me that finds Strats in black or white or sunburst as just looking a little bland. I like to stand out. I like my guitars to look remarkable and striking in their finish, and I just find the sunburst to be a bit too common. If it was electron blue like my Telecaster or chrome red like my P-Bass, I'd be thrilled, but the trade-off is that I've got a brilliant American-made instrument for just 600 quid. One finish that I particularly love out of the American Performer range is Honeyburst. Like, that one's got a bit of a lighter aesthetic to it, but it still is gorgeous and striking, and I think it would stand out a bit more than your classic two-tone Sunburst. It is a pleasant surprise that an entry-level instrument comes equipped with custom shop pickups. The Texas Specials are very hot in output with a great snarl, and it's very Stevie Ray Vaughan in feel. The Greasebucket tone circuit gives me great expressiveness as I roll off to about 5, where usually tone circuits wouldn't allow. When I'm playing this guitar downstairs on my Blackstar, I have that amp set permanently to the overdrive channel, but I roll the volume off for clean tones, and this guitar has honestly given me an appreciation for ideas like picking dynamics and not just running everything on 10 on the guitar. The Strat in particular is very great for the range of tones that you can get between just 7 and 10. With the volume on 8, you've got something relatively clean-ish. And then to 10, it's insane. Back to 8. For the Greasebucket stuff, we've got the tone on 10 that sounds like this. Tone about 8. 6. 4. 2. Can do a similar thing with the middle pickup there. And the neck pickup is its own beast. I did come close to trading this guitar for a wine red one at a shop in Darwin. That one had Fat 50s pickups in it and I thought that my mind was made up. But when I played both of these guitars side by side, this one just sounded and felt better. So I kept it. And I still wore between my love of the guitar's sound and feel versus the pleasant but plain finish. In the months since, I've bought another Strat in a gorgeous Lake Placid blue with red tortoiseshell pickguard. But I think I'm gonna keep that as well as this and have 2 different Strats for 2 different things. Maple neck versus rosewood, Greasebucket versus non, floating bridge versus decked, treble bleed versus non. I'm getting the best of both worlds by embracing this guitar for its differences, aesthetic flaws be damned. I do still scour Marketplace and I even window shop, but even if I get something that functionally replaces this, I don't know if I'm ever going to fully get rid of it. My name is Marc Gallagher and this has been Gear Profile. Thanks for watching and let me know if you have any thoughts down in the comments. You can also follow me on your favourite social media at Marc Gallagher Music, and do consider supporting me on Patreon. But for now, I am Marc Gallagher. Like the video if you want, share if you feel compelled to, and follow me on places. I'll catch you down the road.